Yo YouTube, welcome back to another video, and today we've got the improved trade strat. This could be final strat, so you can slightly optimize it in terms of your domain timings for your Broly and a little small other things in terms of your stalling as well. So in terms of the team setup, let me just get right into this. So you see we got Alucard, we got him with Contagious on his Memoria plus his own Vanguard Familiar. Then Kafka running the Blitz one with a speed boost. This way she can get her most optimal SPA, which is 6.7. And we're also running a C1 chopper on her, C1, so she's applying Nullify. Some enemies do have Solidified, but not all of them, so she does help slightly for that with applying Nullify. Then next up we have Dio. We're running this Burb on him, 25, 26. Don't worry about the Contagious on late night shifts. You can run late night shifts how it is. Just get late night shifts. Ideally, if you have another Alucard Memoria, you run it on him as well, because he does not really benefit from late night shifts as much, because we're not really using slow on him. So if you want, you can give him any other Memoria. You can give him the Markimo one. You can give him the I don't know, I forgot. I mean, you can give him Trash Game if you want, just for a bit of extra crit, because you're gonna be having some crit chance from your burb. And yeah, that's it. So for Broly, you're running Company's Captain Presence. I've got Divinity on it, that's why I'm running it, but he's also mostly attacking burning enemies, so that's why we're using that. You could give him a Trash Gamer if you don't have a Company's Captain Presence, or you could also give him Denji's one. And you can see I'm running this bird on him with high crit damage, good range and good damage. Then for my Griffith, I'm giving my Enthusiast Walk and Divinity. And I'm running this Familiar on him, gives him good damage, range, crit chance and crit damage, just overall decent burb. And for my Armored Mage, I'm running DOT Amplifier with Contagious. If you don't have Contagious, I guess it does make a big difference for Urza, but you guys can run it without Contagious. If you guys do get Deadeye on your DOT amp, I'll say to keep it if you're saving for next update, because we'll probably get more Memorials next update as well. And then this bird for her, I'm giving her crit chance and crit damage. And the range is, I guess, important as well. So yeah, you want crit damage, crit chance, and range. And yeah, we got over Deadeye, of course. So that's it for the team setup. If you guys got any questions, let me know. I've tried to say replacements for each of the Memorials if you guys don't have them. And in terms of the unit replacements, you can't really replace anyone in this team. Alucard is essential. Kafka is essential. Dio with his time stops essential. Broly for his domain is essential. Griffith is a 500% unit, so he's essential. And Urza is the buffer plus the bleed conversion to burn. So yeah, she's essential as well. Let's just get into this run, and I wish you guys the best of luck. Okay, so first things first, you're gonna place your Griffith back here. You see on the right of the bend. So yeah. To be honest, for this strat, I would say there's not really much micromanaging. It's just a few times with the wave 30 boss, and that's pretty much it. You're only really micromanaging with Dio. Most of the strat should be easy to follow. But yeah, first things first, place your Griffith down here. And yeah, you want to wait until these enemies approach and you get closer. You're going to place Kafka, then Urza, and then Alucard, just to kill them off. You'll see. So Kafka to remove that 2 shields off them, and then Urza to remove the final shield, and then Alucard to kill them off, see? So you're going to place it so Urza is able to take the range off, the shields off, and then Alucard should clear that off. And yeah, just ideally you want your Urza to not be killed off, because you've placed her in a way that she has Griffith in a range, so we're going to be using this Urza to buff. And yeah, around here, Griffith should transform and save you even if you do mess up with Alucard, so it's fine. But yeah, I get Alucard to upgrade too, just so he can help with the early game a bit. The earlier you do it, the more, I guess, easier your early game will be. So if you want to do it earlier, you guys can do it earlier. But yeah, at this point, there should be no leaks. If you have Alucard upgrade 2, no Eclipse demons should be dealing your units, because as you guys do know, Alucard applies that, was it 6% or 5% bleed over 6 seconds when enemies enter his range, so yeah, 5% of 500k is like, how much? 25k. So yeah, okay, he's just gonna be killing off those Eclipse demons pretty easily. And here I'm just trying to find my placements, but yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. I think this is my first run in like a while. So yeah. But yeah, you place Broly in a way where you can hit this bend and the bend behind him, or both path. You have like a large amount of range. So I place him there. You hover over him, hover over the max thing to see his actual range, and yeah, if he does cover the lane on the left and the lane on the right, then that's how you want it. And then now you place your Urza right here, so she's barely touching the lane on the left. And you place Alucard the same, so he's barely touching. That way they both have the exact same range, meaning that you're not really wasting Urza's reapply. That's pretty much ideally how you want to do it. You want to make sure they all have the same range, so they're all even with your Kafka. So Urza and the Alucard and the Kafka, you want them to ideally to have the exact same range in terms of the point they're hitting. And the what you want to do from here to wave like 18, 20, however long it takes you, is you're going to be using Kafka to sacrifice her. So anytime you see an Eclipse Demon, you just place your Kafka right in front of them, and then that way Kafka will of course die, and it'll give you 2% more damage on your Griffith, so you need to do 50 times. So you need to do 50 Eclipse Demons, and that way Griffith gets 100% more damage. But yeah, this boss should not be hard at all. Purely Alucard alone can deal with this boss. But yeah, every time, every like few waves, or I guess every one wave, you just want to keep looking for Eclipse Demons. So yeah, just circle around all the blocks, and yeah, see if you can find any Eclipse Demons. Just keep doing this. So make sure you keep watching your Griffith's damage. You'll get a point where it stagnates and it just does not increase anymore. So once it gets to that point, you just stop doing this. Oh yeah, I forgot to get Alucard's ability up earlier, but you want to get Alucard's ability as early as possible and just pop that and just have an auto. Yeah, this wave was so nice. I got like 7 here. Nice. Well, I think it was 8, yeah, 8. You can see his damage just keep creeping up. It's just slowly creeping up. I think here is when I realized that Alucard's ability was not popped. Yeah, I did it. But you just want to keep following and getting your damage up on your Griffith. But you can pretty much see Griffith slightly attacking ahead of these two, or the main 2 units, which means that he is ideally taking the shields off, meaning Alucard can apply his massive bleed damage instantly. And your Urza can reapply any expired bleeds by Alucard. This is perfect. And I think at 7.75 it caps out. Or 7.7. It might have capped out now. Let's look for one more Eclipse even to see. I don't know why it took for long for one to spawn, but here you can see it capped out. No increase after this point, so you just don't have to do it anymore. I'm gonna get your Urza to Duelist and make sure that you upgrade her later on. I'm just getting some discounts on my Brolys for now, so that's why I haven't upgraded Urza yet. But I do upgrade her now. And set her to strongest, does not really matter. But you'll see this boss. This boss won't really cause you any issues at all. But yeah, now we can max our Kafka as well because we've got all the damage on Griffith, so it does not really matter. We'll just have Kafka maxed. If you guys have the exact same SP stat, try max Kafka when I did. So look at the time on the top. Whenever I maxed Kafka, just max it at that point. But yeah, I'm just trying to see. I'm placing another Urza back here because on the edge of my other Urza's range, so that way any extra excessive bleeds that do expire will get turned into burn back there as well. But yeah, here enemies should not cause you any issues. They're gonna be so easy. Urza, Kafka, and Alucard, such a amazing trio. Loki, if we had a power this week, oh my days, this week would have been so nuts. Would have been able to do so much DPS. But yeah, when the wave hits 26, you're gonna use a broad domain. So yeah, 26 broad domain. And you could fish out for more discounts on your Broly if you want, but you don't really need to. And I just maxed him at that point. And you can see he's covering basically all tracks. He's covering that point and the point behind him, which is perfect. And yeah, I'm getting upgrades on this Urza as well because I have nowhere else to put her again. And I want her to at least kill these Eclipse demons that approach her. I don't want her dying off. Because the next boss is, I would say, slightly difficult, but he's easily killable if you guys focus. If you need to waste 2 time stops for him, you guys can use 2 time stops. I was able to kill him off with 1 time stop, so that's perfect for me. And I'm pretty sure even if you use 2 time stops, your run will still be the same. Because you're gonna still be using time stops at the exact same points. You see what I mean? So now I'm just looking for my deal placements, and it's pretty much the exact same as the other units. Making sure the edge of his range is like barely touching that left path. So now all you're doing is just waiting until Denji. You see Denji take a slightly bit of damage. So as soon as you see the Denji boss take a bit of damage, you place your Dio, set him to bosses, and put him on bleed. And yeah, this is the only part of micromanaging you're doing. You're gonna make sure you keep swapping between bleed and stun. So anytime you see me take a slight bit of damage, so like even like 2 mil, 1 mil, 300k, whatever it is. So right here, you see a bit of damage. I place my Dio, set him to bosses, and put him bleed and max him. And now just keep alternating between stun and bleed. And by doing this, you should be able to kill him off. And I'll bleed again. And yeah, you can see he dies off so easily. And now you're going to set your Dio back to stun and set him to weakest, by the way. So weakest, this way he can get more takedowns for his, of course. Because as you know, he spawns enemies that he kills as summons. So yeah. So it allows him to summon a lot more if he's killing the weakest enemies at all times. I mean, if he's always targeting the weakest enemies, he should be getting kills. Yeah, that way he can summon more. And yeah, a time stop at wave 35 right here. You want to make sure you use your time stops efficiently because if you don't, these mobs will definitely leak, bro. You see the HP, they have a lot of HP though. You don't want them to leaking out. Just keep being effective with your deal time stops here. Just make sure you're effective with it. I do my next time stop at wave 38, I'm pretty sure. Was it wave 38? Yeah, I'm pretty sure wave 38. But you can see these enemies are dying off, and we've got summons there to kill off these leaks as well. That's why you have deal set to weakest, by the way. And now we time stop again right here, just as wave 39 hits. And you can see we're not lagging at all, you know. No lag, no issues. It's running so smooth. And yeah, with deal targeting weakest, we're getting summons in as well. You can see how much summons we have, 35 summons. A few of them, of course, are alley quads, but you know, it's a lot of summons, you know. If you run deal on full AoE, you're not getting this many summons. And yes, I guess the full AoE stun would be nice, but having deal on this weakest and maxed out is a lot better in my opinion. So now all we're doing is waiting for the boss to spawn. So as soon as Markima comes out, we're gonna hit with a time stop. So time stop, and we're keeping him set to weakest, by the way. I set him to first slightly just to deal with some enemies, but I keep him to weakest and you're fine. And when the boss does get in range, you're gonna set him to bosses. So right here I set to bosses. So he's gonna be targeting Markima and making sure she's getting stunned. So he's maximizing his stall on the Markima boss. And yeah, the enemies who are leaking now, they're all good. They're gonna be so weak, so they'll just die off the summons. And also, they're just so fat that would not really matter, man. They're just so slow as well. So even Broly's DPS should be enough to kill these guys off. And now you just keep moving your deal, and now is when you utilize the slow on him. You're gonna slow marking my boss as much as possible, and any time stop whenever you can as well. That's all you're gonna be doing from now. So just placing a deal slightly in front and making sure you get the upgrades off to slow the marking my boss. So slow here, then I switch to stun, and then I switch to slow, and it just keep alternating between stun, slow, stun, slow, stun, slow, and you keep moving whenever you can. Just keep moving slightly ahead, and just keep slowing, keep slowing. I think I forgot to do stun here, but yeah, you can set your units to weakest as well. So set your deal to weakest, set your Griffith to weakest as well. I forgot to do Griffith, by the way, but yeah, you can see the kills we're getting. We're getting a lot of kills now. And here at wave 47, you turn auto skip off. The reason for this is so you can, of course, click yes before you die. But yeah, use another time stop. And now it's just about slowing them once more before you die off, because you're gonna inevitably die. So one more slow on these guys. And yeah, you click yes before you die, and that's it. That's it for the strat. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.